Hello friends and welcome back. Today we are performing experiment on Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so this T network I am using for this. Okay, and what is our aim? Our aim is to measure current flowing through this resistance R3. Means now R3 is acting as your load resistance. Okay, already we have performed this experiment by using Norton's theorem, and at that time we have got the load current as 2.6 milliampere. Okay, now same experiment we are repeating by using Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so first of all we will do the connections as per this circuit diagram. So this is the experimental setup we are using. Okay, so here you can find that same T network I am using. Resistances R1, R2 and R3 we are having. Okay, these resistances are connected from the back side. Okay, and here I have left some connections for ammeter. So 3 ammeters we can connect in this kit in order to measure the current flowing through R1, R2 and R3 respectively. Okay, and we have already measured these values using ohm meter. So these are the respective values of R1, R2 and R3. Okay, and at a time we can connect 2 voltages in this circuit. Okay, but in this experiment we are using only single voltage over here. Okay, so if you are not using any voltage, just you have to short these 2 points. Okay, similarly as per our circuit diagram we are measuring only current flowing through R3. Okay, so we are connecting only ammeter over here. So I1 and I2, these 2 ammeters we are not using, so simply we are shorting these 2 points. Okay, so whatever meter you do not want to use, just you have to short those 2 points. Okay, so let us start the connections. So first of all, this is your DC regulated power supply. So first of all we will set this voltage. Okay, so this is around 10 volt. I have already set this voltage using these knobs. Okay, so this is 10 volt. Once this is set, turn off the power supply, because while doing the connections your power supply should be off. Okay, now what I will do, I will connect positive of this voltage source to this positive terminal. Okay, negative of voltage source to this ground line. Okay, so this is your ground line. Now we are not using these 2 ammeters, I1 and I2, so I am shorting these 2 ammeters. So these 2 ammeters are shorted. Okay, and now we want to measure current flowing through this R3, so we have to connect ammeter over here. Again we are not using second power supply, V2 we are not using. Okay, because in our circuit diagram we are using only single voltage source of 10 volt, so that we have connected over here. So these 2 points we will short. Okay, so now only thing remaining is ammeter. So what I am doing, I am using this multimeter as an ammeter. Okay, I have selected the milliampere range. I have connected the red probe in milliampere, you can see over here. Okay, now what I will do, I will connect positive of ammeter to this point and negative of ammeter to this point, and I will turn on the power supply. Now as soon as I turn on the power supply, I am getting some value 2.61 milliampere. Okay, so we are using same circuit. So while doing the Norton's theorem we have got 2.60 milliampere. Now we are getting approximately same value, 2.61 milliampere. So that value we will note down over here. Okay, so you can see I have noted the values here and also here. So this is your load current. Okay, now we have to calculate the same load current by using Thevenin's theorem. Okay, in Thevenin's theorem again you have to find out 2 parameters: open circuit voltage, also known as Thevenin's voltage, and Thevenin's resistance. Okay, so as the name indicates, open circuit voltage means what you have to do, you have to open this resistance. Okay, and the ammeter is in series with this resistance. So what we are doing, we are removing these 2, R3 and IL. Okay, means milliammeter. Okay, so basically you have to measure the voltage between this point and ground line, means we have to measure the voltage across R2. Okay, so this point is connected to the positive of your ammeter. Okay, so you have to measure the voltage basically between this point, this middle point, and ground line. Okay, so what I will do, I will remove, first of all you have to turn off the power supply. Okay, First of all, what I will do, I will remove the ammeter. Okay, and now what I am doing, I am taking another meter. Okay, so this is already set in ohm meter. Okay, now what I will do, I will connect. So you have to measure the voltage, VOC, open circuit voltage. So what we will do, we have to measure the voltage between, we have to remove R3, okay, and ammeter we have to remove. So we have to measure the voltage between this point and ground point. So this point is connected over here. So we will connect one end over here and another end to the ground line. Okay, so before that we will turn on the power supply, and now we will measure the voltage between these 2 points. So what voltage you are getting? 6.95 volt. This is nothing but your open circuit voltage or Thevenin's voltage. So note down this value. So we have noted the value of open circuit voltage, it is 6.95 volt. Now next task is to measure Thevenin's resistance. Okay, so for that purpose I have to use ohm meter. So say another meter I am using, I am selecting ohm range over here. Okay, and where you have to measure that resistance, again between the same 2 points, means this point is connected to this point, and this point means ground line. So in between this point and ground you have to measure the resistance. But one thing you have to remember, while doing so you have to short the voltage source. Okay, you have to make voltage 0. Okay, so we have shorted this voltage source. Okay, so here you can see we have shorted the voltage source, and now we will measure resistance between these 2 points, means ground line and this node. So this node is connected to positive of ammeter. Okay, so what you are getting, 677 ohms. Okay, so note down this value. So here you can see we have noted this value. Okay, now this is about demonstration part. Now we have to verify these results with calculations. Okay, so in the next part we will do the calculations according to the Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so friends, we have already covered the demonstration part. Now next we will do the calculations. So here we are applying Thevenin's theorem. So you know that we are having the T network, and we have already measured the current flowing through this branch R3. So R3 was acting as your load resistance. So we have measured that current, and it was 2.61 milliampere. Okay, now we have to calculate the same current by applying Thevenin's theorem. So you know that for applying Thevenin's theorem you need two parameters, VOC and RTH. Okay, so VOC means open circuit voltage. So very first step we will apply is to calculate open circuit voltage or Thevenin's voltage. So in this step what you have to do, whatever load resistance you are having, you have to remove that resistance. So you have to take open circuit over there, and in between these 2 points we have to measure the voltage. So your equivalent diagram will be like this. So your equivalent circuit is like this. Your circuit will contain R1, this is your R2, this is your 10 volt power supply, positive and negative, and here you see that our load resistance was R3. So we have removed that resistance, and whatever open points we are getting, in between these 2 points we are going to measure the open circuit voltage. Okay, so if you look at that, look at this diagram, what you will find out, VOC is nothing but the voltage between this point and this point is same as this point. Okay, so we can say that VOC is nothing but voltage across R2. Okay, so first of all we have to measure this current. Okay, if we measure this current, when this current passes through R2, some voltage will drop, and that voltage drop is nothing but your VOC. Okay, so according to Ohm's law, what is your voltage? Resistance into current. Now VOC is measured across R2. Okay, so what is your resistance? R2 multiplied by current flowing through R2. Suppose I is the value of current flowing through R2. Okay, so we don't know the value of I. So first of all we will calculate I. So what is your I? According to Ohm's law, I is equal to what? Total voltage upon total resistance. Total voltage upon total resistance. Okay, so if you look at this diagram, what is the total voltage you are having? 10 volt. okay, divided by what is total resistance, R1 plus R2. Okay, now put the values of R1 and R2, you will get the value of current I. Okay, so when we put R1 and R2, you are getting R1 plus R2 is equal to 3144 ohm. Okay, now calculate this, what you are getting, 3.18 milliampere. So this is the current you are getting. Now put this value in the above equation, so you will get the value of open circuit voltage. So open circuit voltage is what, R2. Now what is the value of R2? 2171 ohm multiplied by what is the value of current? So the value of current is nothing but 3.18 milliampere. Just now we have calculated this value. Okay, so what is the VOC you are getting? So when you do the calculations, you will get this as 6.90 volts. Okay, so you know that VOC is nothing but what, your Thevenin's voltage. Open circuit voltage is nothing but Thevenin's voltage. So this you are getting as 6.90 volts. So friends, now you can observe that this is your calculated result. This is approximately matching your measured value. Okay, so this indicates that this experiment is correct. Now our next factor is RTH. Okay, so for measurement of RTH, what you have to do, you have to reduce all energy sources. So what we will do, we will replace this voltage source with short circuit. We will short this voltage, and then in between these 2 points we will measure the resistance. Okay, so friends, our next step is calculation of RTH, and for calculating RTH, what we are doing, we are shorting the voltage source. Okay, and in between these open points, now we are measuring the resistance. That resistance is nothing but your RTH. Okay, now according to the diagram, what should be the value of your RTH? If you look at this, what you are getting, now your R1 is coming in parallel with R2. So your RTH is nothing but what, R1 parallel to R2. Okay, so this is nothing but R1 multiplied by R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now put these values, you will get the value of RTH. So friends, when you do the calculations, you are getting this value 672 ohm. Now we will verify this value with our measured value. Okay, so here you can find that what is the resistance you are getting, 677 ohm, and what you are getting here, 672 ohm. So you can see that these two values are approximately similar. So it means our second factor is also verified. Okay, so this indicates that our experiment is correct. Okay, now what is remaining, we have to measure the value of load current. So for that purpose, what we will do, we will draw the equivalent circuit. Okay, so third step is Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So friends, this is your Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Okay, it consists of a voltage source in series with resistance. So what is the voltage we are getting? We have already calculated this value. So this was 6.90 volt. Thevenin's voltage was 6.90 volt, and what was the resistance? We have calculated this value. This was 672 ohm. Okay, and now what we are doing, in between these two open points, we will reconnect the load resistance. So what was your load resistance? R3 was acting as your load resistance. Okay, so now what we will do, we will reconnect that resistance, and it was 1982 ohms. Okay, now we have to calculate the current flowing through this. Okay, so what will be this value? IL is equal to what? According to Ohm's law, I is equal to what? V by R. Now what is the voltage we are having in this circuit? VTH. And what is the total resistance we are having here? RTH and RL. What is your RL? R3 is acting as your RL. They are in series, so we will add them. Okay, so put these values. So we have written the values over here. Calculate this. So IL comes around 2.59 milliampere. Okay, so now this is what your calculated result. So match this result with our experimental result. So our calculated result is what? 2.59, and what is your experimental result? 2.61. So here you can verify that our experiment is correct. Practically you are getting 2.61, and theoretically you are getting 2.59, means almost same value we are getting. So in this way we can apply Thevenin's theorem to calculate current flowing through any branch. Okay, So in this way we have verified the Thevenin's theorem theoretically as well as practically. So friends, if you are having any doubts and difficulties, please let me know in the comment box. Please like this video. Okay, if you really like the description, please press the like button and share this video with your friends. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.